Alright guys, we're going to review today. Today is May 22nd, 2023, and it is 10 p.m. However, I'm going to use the replay mode to go back to 8:30. And before we get started, I am not a financial advisor. Everything you see in this video is for educational purposes only. Now, 8:30 candle is right here, and what we're going to take you through is just zoom out a little bit and see what the market's been doing, right? So since London session open right here at 3 a.m. or you could say 2 a.m., price has been going higher, right? Yes, because the lowest is here, the highest is right here. What is the next step? Yesterday's close is right here. Midnight open is right here. 8 a.m. open is right here. And where's price? It is above that. So there's your sponsorship. You know that if price is above all three of these, you are bearish. However, you need some other confluence, which would be either a higher time frame POI, which is a support and resistance. I like support and resistance. I don't care what people say. If you draw it right, price does react off it. And the other thing you could use is just daily, weekly, monthly candles. See what the higher time frame is doing and just follow that direction. Okay? So let's get started. It is 8:30 and here we start looking for a trade. We are obviously bearish, but we can't take a trade unless price goes into the support area right here. Okay? Then we start looking for a trade. Just because we're above all these three does not mean we're going to get a good entry, because even if it does go down, we're going to miss out on the entry. So let's see what happens. And I'll just play it out, and we see price is trying to go lower. And we're not taking anything because it is not in support and resistance yet. And here we see price. So you see, if you had just gotten in off this entry right here, when price came back and retested this imbalance or fair value gap or inefficiency, you would have been in profit, but then it just spiked right back up because it is not in an area of reversal. So now it just blew past that resistance area. Well, even though it blew past it, we're still looking to be bearish because overall we see where price is. It is above yesterday's close, midnight open, 8 a.m. open, which means it is way overbought. Okay? And this right here could just be a move that's going to tell us it's about to reverse. And we see the reversal come right here. And actually we see our change of character, which is right here. So personally, I like this POI, which is right here, right? We just draw that out, which is going to be our imbalance, or you could say fair value gap inefficiency, right? So I'll just call it a fair value gap or an imbalance because that's how you'll know it. If you don't know what it is, just YouTube it. You're going to find out, right? Just YouTube imbalance, fair value gap, whatever. I use those for my entries. They're really good. And there's another one right here. However, I'm not going to use this one because this one is in a better position. And also, if we draw a 50% line, let's see when price first reverses. Okay, price is now reversed. If I put, we see our 50% line is there. So I want, if I'm going to take a sell, I want price to be above here, and we're going to put our stops here, right? Or you could use 5-point stop. It doesn't really matter. And we want 2R, which would be right here. Okay? And let's see. It does not tag us in. It did go into this imbalance, but it did not tag us in. So let's see what happens. It goes straight to TP, which is okay. So we missed this trade, right? And let's keep seeing what it does, because the day's not over. You're not done until 11 o'clock, right? You could still get another trade before 11. And we see it digs into this support level. And now guess what? It is just after 10. So it's not even 11. It's after 10. And you see what? Price is now below the 8 a.m., midnight, and yesterday's close. And we see price shoots up now, creates an imbalance, as you could see right here, right? And what happens after that? Price continues higher, and I want to see when it starts reversing so we can draw our Fibonacci levels. Okay, so let me see, is that the highest it goes? No, not yet. Okay, let's see when it starts dropping. Okay, it started dropping, so I'm gonna go ahead and plant this right here. And we see that this whole imbalance that's in here is actually below the 50%. So we're not going to put our entry at the 50%. Why? Because the 50% is above the imbalance, the 50% of the Fibonacci. So what I will do is you could either put a long right here with the stops where the imbalance starts right there. You could put a long, right? Or you could put it below yesterday's close, because we only take trades when price is below either 3 or 2 of them. And the best entry is right here because it is below yesterday's close, and it's gives you a little bit more cushion from where the fair value gap or imbalance starts. So another thing is you could also do the 50%. But honestly, since this is so big, price may not even reach down here. It could just touch the entry and go, or it could go right here and then go up, or it could just keep going down. So we'll just put it right here just so we don't miss this trade, because we saw what it did here, okay? So let's play this and see what happens. And price goes down. Does it tag us in? It tags us in, and maybe you would have got a 50% tag right here. Possibly, I'm not sure, but you entered right there, which is okay. And let's see what happens from that. Price goes up, starts playing around, it hits it there, and it hits it there again. Okay. Now you could have your stops like maybe half a tick in, and obviously your 2R would be a little bit higher. But anyway, it would have got hit right there as well. That was today's trade. Again, today is May 22nd and it is 10 p.m. but I had to record this. I didn't take a trade. In fact, I wasn't even up for this. And yeah, I've been feeling sick. But I hope you guys can understand me, and my mic is loud enough this time. But yeah, that's the trade.